Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. You know, all we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
See, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-upness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-upness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things, because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions, not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA.
Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Dying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Welcome to the Alphasphere. Get money division, the place where you transform into a man on a mission. Learning to not feel guilty about selfish decisions. You and your best self would be on a head-on collision. You will not be stopped by obstacles that's dropped by those who wanna see you fall, cause more wanna see you fall. You will be so focused, you won't get no peace at all, till you go from mud feet to walking on streets of gold. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Dying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Dr. B.O.A., the utmost alpha surgeon, helping you to become your most alpha version. Old and new you, this is where they will be merging. Get money money today, so later you'll be splurging. Tell them haters you do not care what they say about you. Just mentally vow to make them live without you. When your vision sprouts to living it from chasing it. When they say your name, just make sure they put some bass on it. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Bitch want me to come through. She said she think of me when she with you. She really want a man to treat her right, and I can be the man La Mama need for tonight. Your bitch want me to come through. She suffering from the beta nigga blues. She really want a man to beat it right, and I can be the man La Mama need for tonight. Alphas don't trust hoes. Babies think they bitch should be trusted. Alphas take control. Babies let they bitches leave. I'm just saying I'm the motherfucking man, cause my bitch ain't got no plans, and my wish is a command, and everything that she do is for the team. Seeing daddy win the ring, it's a motherfucking dream, and she knows everything I want, everything I need, it's a guarantee. Everything I do, everything I say, it's my way, you know way, you know way, it's okay, you know. Your bitch want me to come through. She said she think of me when she with you. She really want a man to treat her right, and I can be the man La Mama need for tonight. Your bitch want me to come through. She suffering from the beta nigga blues. She really want a man to beat it right, and I can be the man La Mama need for tonight. I don't trust these hoes. Bitches don't know honesty. I stay in control. Never relinquish the lead. I'm just saying you are not the fucking man if your bitch got her own plans and your wish ain't her command, and everything that she do ain't for the team. Seeing you in the ring ain't her motherfucking dream. She should know everything you want, everything you need, it's a guarantee. Everything you do, everything you say, it's your way, you know way, you know way, it's okay, you know. Your bitch want me to come through. She said she think of me when she with you. She really want a man to treat her right, and I can be the man La Mama need for tonight. Your bitch want me to come through. She suffering from the beta nigga blues. She really want a man to beat it right, and I can be the man La Mama need for tonight.
What's good, homies? What's good? What's good? It's your man, Dr. BOA, back up in this thing again. Salute to the homies in the building, man. War-torn warhead, Mike so dope. Flames, famo, salute my family member. C. Rob, salute. Phrase, I see you, man. Mike is so dope. What up, Mike? Markel, what up? C. Rob, Sin, I see you, homie. Q Knox, what up, Q? Me Metanator, what's good, bro? Good to see you in the building. Jacob, I see you, homie. Chris, what up? Lex and Chevy, what up, homie? Lex and Chevy is what it is, man. Just jumped out that big pretty Escalade, man. Manifesting leaders, what up, homie? Homie J Lax. 1 million Boodles, what up? B Underwood, I see you, homie. G Brown, what up? King Abraham, what's up, homie? I see you. Skull, what up, homie? Dwayne Robinson, welcome to the Alpha family. Welcome to the Green Label Gang, homie. Welcome to the family. All right, homies. We're gonna take a dive on this one tonight, man. This one right here might be a little bit longer. Matter of fact, man, let me take the stylistics off and put on the Sears. All right, let me put on the Sears, man. Although doesn't make a big difference. I just like to put on the Sears. So all right, man. So let's get ready to do this thing, man. Let's get it, people. Let's get ready to do it. Jose Navarro, what's good, man? Good to see you in the building. Been a minute. Spiritual OG, what up? Shinobi Style, salute. Corey Wilson, welcome to the Alpha family. Welcome to the Green Label Gang, man. Big Mo, what up, homie? All right, man. The 20-step Pimp Principle Beta Male Recovery Program. These are excerpts from a project that I have coming up that I will be releasing soon. Actually, these are the rough draft excerpts. So why am I talking about this tonight? See, because you have many men like Boyce Watkins who say that we should not glorify pimp culture. And I agree, we shouldn't glorify pimp culture. But we also shouldn't glorify slave culture. And we also shouldn't glorify Me Too culture. And we also shouldn't glorify women empowerment culture. But we glorify all of those things, except pimp culture. What we do is take the interaction of a pimp with a woman who's willing to do anything for that pimp. And we take the mindset that he interacts with the woman with and apply it to the square world. You see, if Dr. Boyce would do this, he wouldn't be living his life as such a beta male simp mangina right now. But I digress. This isn't about Boyce Watkins. As a matter of fact, until he says something really interesting, I won't even dedicate another piece of content to him. Now let's talk. First of all, here's the number one thing that you must understand. Women must be led. Women must be led. Women must be led. They are not leaders. They cannot lead. They cannot even lead themselves. In a relationship setting, your woman must be led because she is too selfish to be a leader. And this is the reason that women don't want to be held accountable for their actions, because they don't possess leadership skill. Leaders, the first thing that a leader wants to do is be held accountable for his actions, because he also wants to be glorified for his positive results with his troops. Nobody's going to turn down a Purple Heart for leading their troops anywhere. They're not going to say, no, don't worry about me. Give all of my troops Purple Hearts. No, the commander is going to give Purple Heart. Women don't know anything about relationships. They don't know anything about interacting with a man in a positive way. So anytime you allow a woman to direct you on how a relationship is going to go, you are automatically a beta male simp mangina. Remember what the song just said. It's my way or no way, and no way is okay. What do I mean? That means that it's going to be my way, and if you can't do it my way, you can be gone, because I'm okay doing it no way. I'm okay without you in my life. So if you want to be in my life, you better make it worth my while. And if you can't do that, you out. Understand that the things you think women should value are exactly right. But there are other things that they can't resist. Masculinity, emotional detachment, punishment and reward, low interest. Women only respect what they have to work for and what they have to pay for. And once a woman has a man, she don't even respect what she got to pay for no more. Women don't want to be what you want them to be. So you have to not give them a choice. If a woman's going to be with you, you got to make her buy into the process of your progress. You got to force her to with one ultimatum. If you want to be here, you got to do this. If you don't want to do this, then you cannot be here. It's real simple. And here's the thing. Well, I might lose the woman. Man, you can't lose no woman. Because a woman can come and go as she pleases. How you going to lose a woman? If a woman don't buy into the process of your process, you ain't got no woman. Now, let's take a deep dive. The things that women can't resist are the things that the majority of men don't have. And you don't have them because you haven't been taught that those are the most valuable things that you can possess. You have to deal with women from a position of power. And the only position of power is the power of I will let you go at the drop of a dime, shawty. I will let you go at the drop of a dime. Women are born with an innate capacity to serve and pursue approval from a powerful man. Now, in her life, you are that powerful man because the environment that you have built that she wants to be a part of, you built it from the ground up. That's power. You can't let a broad come in and act like she deserved to be a part of that. It's a blessing for her to be a part of that. It's a blessing for her to even be able to enjoy your company in that environment. Most of these women have not been in the company of a king not one day in their lives. You know why? Because instead of being in the company of a king and the king putting his foot down and say, shout, this is my kingdom, you got too many guys out here trying to give them 50-50 relationships. You can't rule when the power is split in half, homie. Women pursue approval from powerful men. Give you a perfect example, man. I used to talk to this chick, man. I used to knock her down, man. Bad little chocolate chick. I'm talking about bad little chocolate chick. And she had, I can't remember why, but she ended up being somewhere when Bill Clinton was president. And she said, man, when she walked in the room, when he came in, say the room was just a normal room. Of course, excitement was there. He was showing up. When he walked in the room, he just sucked the air out of the room. Like he literally just sucked the air out of the room. Like it was like, there was no doubt in anybody's mind that in that room, Bill Clinton was the man. And she said when she shook his hand, she almost got weak in the knees because he just drained anything she ever thought about having power just drained out of her because she had to admit she was in the presence of a powerful man. Here's the thing. Bill Clinton don't like he ever worked out a day in his life. So it wasn't physical power. Bill Clinton may not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, so it wasn't mental power. It was the power of being in control of your environment. That's the number one power that women respond to. That's why a man who lives with a woman had to try to go back and forth with her and get into it with her and might have to put up his dukes and throw hands with her. Why? Because he is not a man who is in control of his environment. When you control the environment, you got to work that control. You got to work that boss mentality. Stop being afraid to be a boss in your own life, man. That's the first sign of simping. You're afraid to own your position. You got to own that position. It's yours to own. It's yours to have. It's yours to use. It's yours to abuse. It's yours to do whatever you want to do. That's the thing about power. With great power comes great responsibility, but you ain't got to be responsible. You can abuse your power. You can do whatever the hell you want to do with power. Another thing. Now I just showed this. She didn't know Bill Clinton from the man in the moon. She just knew he was president her first time meeting him. But I bet she was nice as peach pie. You know why? Because women submit to power. Let me tell y'all something right now. And that wasn't about money. Bill Clinton, hey man, president. I don't know what he make now, but back then the president was making $200,000 a year. The president's salary was $200,000 a year. Man, I make more money than the president. So it ain't about the money. So don't be so quick to quantify a woman as a good girl because she treats you nice. Let me tell you something about a woman treating you nice. That's just a case of her doing what's required to keep you in a position of servitude. When a woman is getting what she want to get out of you, man, she'll act however she need to act to keep you giving her what she want. See, dudes ain't got no game. Men have know-how. We learn how to deal with women and we apply it. Women have game. Women play games. Game is the essence of playing games. When you have game, you play games really well. We have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We understand women, we understand what makes them tick, and we use that to our advantage. Women have game. Men don't have game. And I wish guys would stop saying they have game. You don't need game to master women. You need wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. That's all you need. You understand the woman. You have the knowledge of how to maneuver around and manipulate the woman. And as a wise man, you always use those tools and tactics. You never fall to the wayside and become a beta male simp mangina and do something else. You just keep on using what you've learned, the wisdom, understanding, and knowledge, man. That's what we have. So when a woman is manipulating you, making you feel like you're the best man in the world, man, let me tell you something. I don't even accept compliments from my bras, man. Especially, man, I don't even accept compliments from my bra, man. When they be talking about, man, you the best content creator ever. I say, don't tell me that, shout. I don't want to hear that from you. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't need no accolades from no bra, man. You got to get in your mind that you don't need no accolade from no bra, because they don't mean nothing. If a woman tell you this or a woman tell you that, it don't mean nothing. Nobody values her opinion of you like that. Nobody values her opinion of anything. The only people who value women's opinion is other women. So if she says you're bad, if she says you're good, who cares? You got to get out of your feelings and start worrying about, man, trying to please these bras. And you got a bunch of brothers out here talking about, man, you got to please the woman. You got to make the woman feel. Man, I ain't got to make the woman feel like nothing. I'm not responsible for her feelings. She had them feelings before she met me. I'm not finna take on the responsibility of no bra feelings. Stay out of your feelings. And if you stay out of your feelings, ain't nothing you can do with hers. Listen, you got to do what you got to do. You got to stand firm on what you believe. You got to stand firm on what you present. And you got to let the woman maneuver her feelings around there however the hell she need to. Let me get these super chats in here, man. Reese Dallas, appreciate the $5 super chat. Homie Remy Lowe, appreciate the $20 super chat. Ladior, man, welcome to the Alpha family. Welcome to the Green Label Gang. Truth. Appreciate the dub. Appreciate you, Dog, for creating a space where the real ones can come kick it. Keep preaching, bro. Salute to you, True. Jacob, appreciate the $35 super sticker, man. Appreciate it. Shinobi Style, salute, bro. Appreciate the dime. Now, let's get into a little bit more of this, man. When you're so emotionally weak that you can't even punish a woman for bad behavior. Now, when I say punish, I'm not talking about physically abuse the woman. I'm not talking about any of that. You punish the woman like you punish a child. You take away her toys. You take away her. Man, let me tell you something, bro. I'd take my bra car keys in a minute. I don't care who bought the car. I just take her keys. If she don't like it, she could be gone. You see what I'm saying? You got to do whatever you feel like you need to do in order to make sure this woman understands that she got to be on her P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? Man, let me tell you something. I have at the crib with me, man, to make her sleep in the other room the whole time she here. I let her stay with me for a week, man, to make her sleep in the other room the whole week. She can't touch me. I ain't going to talk to her. I ain't going to do none of that. I'm going to totally ignore her, man, for a whole week. Now, somebody may say, well, she going to go to somebody else. That's if you're a beta male simp man Johnny. You ain't got no control over your broad. You see what I'm saying? You guys got to stop dealing with women that don't even like your ass, man. The problem is too many of y'all dealing with women that don't like you. You got to make the woman like you. You got to earn the woman interest. You got to raise the, man, I'm not finna raise no broad interest, man, because all she got is what between her legs. Why am I going to waste my time trying to raise the interest of a broad, man, when that broad over there, man, can't keep her eyes off of me? When that broad over there, man, want to sop me up with a biscuit, but I'm over here chasing behind this scallywag over here, man, that want me to chase her and earn her. Come on, man. I'm not finna earn nothing from no broad. Nothing. I earn respect from men. I earn honor and grace from God. Now, why I'm going to lower myself to earning something from abroad, man? This is the mindset you got to have. You got to remember, man, that as a man, you are above women. There's God, there's man, there's woman. You are above women. You got to assume your position above your broad, man. You got to. I don't care who you are. You got to assume your position above you. You got these brothers out here, man. Man, you got to talk nice to the woman. You got to be nice. Man, why? Why you got to adjust who you are to deal with a broad? You can't be nice to no woman, man. She gonna take you for granted. You got to be firm with a woman. I ain't saying dog the woman out, man, and call her names, but you got to be firm with her. When I'm talking to my bro, she do something dumb, I say, hey, Shawty, what you do that for? I swear you ain't got no sense. You must have got your degree from Piggly Wiggly or something. Got that grocery store degree. Ain't no way in hell you went to school and you do something dumb like that, Shawty. Y'all hold up for a minute, man. All right. So another thing is this, man. When you think about the fact that you let a woman get away with anything, she's going to automatically not want to be with you. Because let me tell y'all something about women right quick, man. Here's the reason that women don't want to be held accountable. And a woman would tell you this if you sit her down, man. If you sit a woman down, man, and get her to understand that she can open up to you, a woman to be honest, and she'll tell you that outside of what she learned in school, she don't know nothing. Women don't know nothing, man. Women don't know nothing. They only know what they've been taught. They don't know nothing. And most of the time, they only know what they've been taught in school. So you meet a woman who dropped out, who didn't go to college, man, she's dumb as a box of rocks. You meet a woman who went to college, she's dumb as a box of rocks, but she got that one thing that she knows really well. Women don't know much of anything except what they learn in a university. You got to think about this. School, and it's a little bit off the beaten path, but I'll jump back on right quick. School, the way modern school in America is set up in a way that it's conducive to girls and women learning. If they set it up in a way for us to learn, women wouldn't be able to pick it up. They wouldn't be able to keep up with it. You got to sit them down in a classroom, make sure they're not focusing on nothing else, and make them keep their face in that book and write it on the board and teach them. You got to instruct them like that. Otherwise, they can't learn. We can learn on the fly. See what I'm saying? We can learn on the go. We can learn on the job. We can learn on the job and in 6 months be better than people that's been there for 5 years. A woman can't do that. And so that's why women don't want to be held accountable, because in this society, women want to do whatever they want to do without being told anything, but they always going to do the wrong thing. So that's why they don't want to be held accountable, because they know when they make their own decision, it's going to be wrong. That's just the reality of it. See, here's what you got to understand, man. A woman would never respect a man who doesn't put the fear of God in her as a response to her bad behavior. You got to let a woman know, shout it, I will leave you right now. Man, I don't care if I had a wife, we've been together 20 years. I'll still walk out the door on her, man. I'll walk out the door on her. Either she gonna do what I want her to do or I'm gone. Call it controlling. Yes, it is controlling. Very controlling. Somebody got to control something. We both can't just fly by the seat of our pants. Somebody got to be in control. And if I'm going to be in this situation, I'm going to be the one in control. So yes, I'm controlling. There's nothing wrong with being controlling, brothers. That's the first thing. That's another thing that you have to understand as a beta male simp mangina. Stop letting women tell you that something's wrong with being controlling. You show me a woman who ain't got a man controlling her, she all over the place, man. She ain't accomplishing nothing for real. She rambling off the mouth, yapping off the mouth, talking a whole bunch of foolish stuff, creating enemies, and doing a whole bunch of things because she ain't got no guidance. Yes, I am controlling. I will control the scenario. I will. That is my job. That is my duty. I must control the situation. Like the homie chief said, this is my ship. I am the captain. Captain Kirk, Captain Picard, Captain Jack Sparrow, whoever you want me to be. But I am the captain. And the best she can be is my first mate. And she got to work hard to be that. Otherwise, I'm going to have a swab in the dick. See, here's the thing. You know from experience that women want the men who shows them low interest. You know a woman wants the man who shows her low interest. So help me understand why you believe that smothering a broad with affection is the thing that you ought to do. If you know for a fact that she desires the man who shows her the least amount of interest, why are you smothering that broad with affection? If your woman ain't long enough to talk to you, man, you talking to the broad too much. If your woman ain't happy, I'm talking about when she pick up the phone, she be, hey, baby. That's how she should sound. She should be happy to hear from you. If she ain't happy to hear from you, man, talking to you is boring her, man. She do it too much. She used to you, man. She don't miss you. You got to let the woman know that you got better things to do than just sit on the phone talking to her ass all the time. Not because you running game, but because you do have better things to do. So she got to be excited to hear from you. Otherwise, you smothering the broad with affection. She got to be excited to see you. If the broad ain't shedding no tears, man, when it's time for her to leave you, man, you spending too much time with the broad. Women are emotional. They cry over everything, bruh. If your woman ain't crying, it should be sad times when she got to leave you, man. And if it ain't, then you being a simp. You smothering the broad too much, man. It ain't gonna never work out. It's a bad way to be, homie. And I ain't making this up. I'm telling y'all what's real. From my experience. And let me tell you something. When it comes to women, never listen to a man who's okay with paying bras. I don't care who he is. If he okay with paying bras for their company, if he okay with just having a broad around, man, and he paying her a fee to be with him, man, that man a beta male simp mangina. No man who's okay with that man can ever sit at the table with me and talk about no bras. Because he got whole energy. And as a man, you cannot support whole energy, and you cannot be around dudes who possess it. And that's just the reality of it. You can't do it, man. You got to live a better life than that. It ain't no possible way a man who pays women to be around him is going to have problems with women because they are not going to respect him. No woman respects a trick. I don't care what country you're in. You can go to another country. If you're a trick in another country, man or women don't respect you. You're a trick. You paying for a service. So yes, you're going to get the whole girlfriend experience. But you're still a trick. And you can do what you want to do with your money. I don't care what you do with your money. You can be a trick all you want to, but don't you dare sit your ass at the table and try to talk Dr. B.O.A. about no brows. Honestly, man, listen, bro, you gotta keep in mind, man, that if you ain't dealing with women, man, from a position of power, man, then, I mean, you don't really count when it comes to these conversations. You really don't. So, and when you smothering a broad, you got guys, man, that get with a broad, they don't even go hang out no more. See, you believe that being home all the time will make a woman want you more. But how illogical is that? She don't want you more. She just want to know where you at. She'll take you being up on her all the time. She just want to know where you at. That's all. You got to make everything a reward for a woman on Netflix and chill with me. I got to look at the ledger and see what her ass did this week. I got to see what she accomplished this week. I got to see what positive energy she brought to the process of progress this week. If she did enough, then yes, we can Netflix and chill. If she didn't do enough, ain't no Netflix and chilling. Nothing. Man, everything, even her cooking for me. Like you guys out here, man, making a woman think she bringing some value to your life, cooking for you. Man, cooking for me is something I'm letting her do. I could burn for myself. It's a privilege for her to cook for me. It's not something she doing for me. It's not a gift to me. My bro practically begged me to let her cook for me. because she wants to be in a position of servitude. But even serving me is a gift you got to earn, because I don't need you to do it. But when you're an amazing man and a woman has to accept the fact that you're an amazing man, you get a certain result from a broad, man. And I think that's the main problem. When you focus on being what a woman wants you to be, you're not an amazing man, you average. You're just the average Joe. A million men out here trying to be what a broad want them to be. That's why you got all these dudes in the women rotation. Man, if you're in a woman rotation, man, you a beta male simp mangina, man. Real talk. If a woman does have a rotation, man, you better not be in it. You better be the starter. See, here's the thing about being in a rotation. You in a rotation, you only get on the court when the starter had to sit down and take a breather. So if you are the man that the woman called when she can't get to the man she really want to be with, man, you're a simp. Ain't nothing worth that type of shot to your manhood and masculinity, man. That's bona fide simping right there. I wish I would be a part of the woman rotation. Man, let me tell you something. Here's the thing. A woman gonna be at my beck and call. If I call, man, let me tell you something. If I got something to say to a woman, man, and I call her, let's say I call her at noon. She don't answer the phone, man. She ain't gonna talk to me no more for at least 6 hours. Even when she called me back, she ain't gonna talk. I don't care what she was doing. I ain't got time to worry about that. It ain't gonna kill her to wait 6 hours to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? If I call at noon, man, she don't answer, man, it gonna be at least 6 p.m. Might be the next day. I might give her a 24 dose. But it's gonna be at least 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like medication. When you get medication, they tell you, man, take one every 6 hours, with or without food. So if she don't answer when I call, man, I'm gonna give her 6 hours. Period. She can call me, she can text me, she be like, well, I was doing this. I don't even care. I'm doing something else now. I'm occupying my time. Because whenever I call her, bro, I'm taking time from something else. So it's something important. So if I can't get her when I want her, man, then I don't want to talk to her no more. Because here's the thing about being a true alpha king. When I got something to say to a broad, or I need a broad to handle something for me, if she's not available, I'm automatically going to go to my next method of handling that situation. So now when she called me back 10 minutes later, it's too late. I don't need her no more. I needed her when I called her. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't me just being mean and facetious. It's me saying, okay, I needed you at 6 o'clock. It's 6:15 right now. I don't need you no more. I handled the situation now. So if I already handled the situation, why am I talking to you? I really ain't got time to talk to you. I wanted to talk to you about something specific. And with me, I don't believe in texting when I want to talk about something specific, because I need to make sure the broad get it. A broad lose everything in translation. You text a broad something, man, women can read emotion in text. That's how off-brand they are. That's how loose cannons. They believe that they can read your emotion in a text. I ain't talking about because you use emojis or emoticons. I'm talking about you just text something, she believes she can read your emotion in text. I ain't got time for that, man. You understand? Because I don't have no emotion when I'm talking to a broad. I'm talking to her about facts. I need to tell you something, short. I need you to do this. If you can't do it, fine. I'll figure out some other way to do it. And now that I've done that, I don't need to talk to you right now. I may talk to you later. See, here's the thing, man. Would you work your job 365 days without a day off? Year after year? No. No one's going to go to work 365 days at a job. Ain't no job that rewarding. Even if you got your own business, man, at some point you're going to have to take a day off. You should be taking the Sabbath day off, but we ain't going to get into that on this one. If you got to work 365 days, man, without a break, man, you're going to hate your job. So why you think a woman ain't going to hate you, man, while you all up on her every day, 365 days? Why you think you ain't going to hate her at some point? Now, another thing, man, and I know guys who do this. I thought this went out in the 70s and 80s, man, 90s. I didn't know that once the year flipped to 2000, guys still doing this. If you bring your money home to your woman, that's the most damn childish thing you can do. You're like a child bringing your report card home to your broad. Well, how you doing? Well, let me see your grades. Here you go, baby. Your money is your report card. You bring your report card home to your broad. Let me tell you something, man. It shows a son-like mentality where you view the woman as your provider if you bring your mama home to her. It's mama's boy behavior. You see what I'm saying? It's like Usher. Usher got in the industry. His mama was his manager. That's mama's boy behavior. You see what I'm saying? When you become a grown man, you shouldn't want your mama tied into nothing. But guys still do it. Guys bring their money home to their woman. Guys bring their money home to their woman. I knew an old dude, man. When I was in school, man, I used to when I was taking night class, man, I used to work with him in the daytime, man. And he said, man, when he was younger, he said, man, he brought his check home to his wife one time. He said he did it one time. Brought his check home to his wife. He said he did it, man, because that's what he saw his dad do. He said he brought his check home to his wife, gave it to her, then told her, hey, give me $20 so I can go over here. Man, she asked him, what you need $20 for? He said he looked at her like this. He said, don't worry about it. He said he walked off, and in his mind he was saying she better hope she can stretch that one out, because that's gonna be the last one. He said he gave his old lady a check one time. He said that was about 25 years ago, man. He gave her a check one time. He never gave it to her no more. You know what I'm saying? But these guys out here are still giving women. Man, let me tell you something, bro. When you give a woman your money, here's the thing: women don't manage money well. They don't manage money well. So what does it say about you if you come home and give your money to the person in the house who managed money the worst? Come on, bro. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. You like her son, man. And let me tell y'all something. Now let's take a deep dive into something, man. It comes from you not being able to properly accept the fact that you must dominate your woman. When I say dominate, I don't mean dog the woman out or do any of that. I mean you must dominate your woman, which means that she cannot have any leeway when it comes to the things that you demand of her. Not request, not ask, demand of her, command of her, require of her. And then the woman who don't want to deal with this, just let her be by herself. She gonna hit the wall. She gonna hit the wall and regret that she didn't step up to the plate. Don't worry about it. She gonna hit the wall and regret it. Trust me. And dominating a woman sexually is about more than the act of sex. See, you can't dominate a woman sexually from a physical perspective. Sexual domination of a woman has nothing to do with the physical aspect of it. Has nothing to do with it. It's about the build up and the letdown. The build up to intimacy is how you get in a woman's brain, boy. When you build up, man, and you have her, I'm talking about, man, like a dog in heat. There's no state that a woman is more submissive than when you got her, man, crunk up like a dog in heat, man, where it don't matter where y'all at. She want to do it right now, right then. I'm talking about the woman man, let me tell you something. If you ain't never had the experience where a woman wouldn't let you not cut her, man, I done had that experience, man, several times in my life. I was going to have to listen, truth be told, I was either going to have to fuck her or fight her. And I ain't want to fight her, so I just ended up go ahead and hitting her, man. That's the position. I was backed in the wall, man. She was like, bro, her energy, her actions was like, bro, you're not finna get out of here without cutting me. I'm not finna let you out of here. It ain't finna happen. And I'm talking about, man, all over you. Man, I had a woman tear my clothes off, man. I'm talking about, man, just tear all the buttons off my shirt, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you haven't had that type of animalistic attack from a woman, bro, man, you ain't had no good loving, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. You ain't had no good loving. You don't know what the hell Niagara Falls is. You don't know what the hell the sauna is. You don't know what the hell, man, that glove love is, boy. You don't know what that is, boy. You have no idea what the tunnel of love feels like, homie, if you ain't never had that, man. I'm telling you. And the problem is, if you haven't had that, then you've spent your whole life trying to please women. A woman don't want to be pleased sexually. She want to be dominated sexually. She want to be controlled. She want to be told what to do. She want to be shown what to do. She want to be guided in what she should do. Now, we're not talking about scallywags, because scallywags done learned everything and they've been knowing it for too long. We stay away from scallywags. But a woman wants to be instructed. She wants to be taught how to please you. That's if you're dealing with a woman from a position of power. See, I don't understand dealing with women who think I'm supposed to please them. I've never done that. I've never had a woman who thought I was supposed to please her. I never have. If I have, it's been so long ago I can't remember it. So if there's a woman out there who can say that I spend my time focusing on pleasing her, okay, I don't remember you, shawty, so it probably wasn't that good. And that's real talk, man. It probably wasn't that great because I don't remember. And that's real, man. That's real. That's real. I ain't making this up, homies. Y'all know I ain't making this up. Yeah, give me a quick minute here. See, the reality of the scenario is this, brothers. You have to understand that a woman's job is to be your freak and your helpmeet. That's her job. That's her responsibility. That's the thing that she must do. Be your freak and your helpmeet. There's nothing else. There's no other thing that she can do that there's just nothing else. Your freak and your helpmeet. Everything she's responsible for falls under those two categories. Freak and helpmeet. That's all she's supposed to be. Nothing else. All of that, well, I'm this and I'm that and I'm educated and I'm all of this and I'm all of that. Man, let me tell you something. The majority of women are broke. I don't care how educated they are. The majority of women are broke. When you look at their assets and their income, they are broke. They're in the red. Let's be honest. So it don't matter about her degrees or none of that. She's in the red. It don't matter about none of that other stuff. She's in the red. It don't matter about her cars, her clothes, jewelry, none of that. She is in the red. So this is not about ever viewing women as equal. Because I don't care how many degrees she got, how much money she make. Because if she can make 300,000, I can make 150,000 and live a better life than her of 150,000 than she can with 300,000, and have more assets, and still be in the black. So you got to understand, not making her contribute to the process of progress is the quickest way to get viewed as a simp. A woman wants to see you building and wants to contribute to you building. A woman wants to do that. But here's the thing. There's only so much she can do. See, a woman come, man, to the crib with me, man, ain't much she can do. She can come through. She can clean. She can cook. You know what I'm saying? She can give me the lip love, both sets. You know, she can, what else can she do? You know what I'm saying? She can help with some work. You know what I'm saying? She could put together an online course for me. She can type a book for me. She could do some registering some stuff online for me. She could go to the Library of Congress and register some songs for me. She could do work, but everything she's doing is contributing to the process of my progress, because anything that she's doing outside of that is worthless. It's worthless, bro. And I'm not saying this applies to every man, but what I'm saying, you got to strive to be the most out version of yourself so this can apply to you. If a woman come to me and say, well, I make 100,000 a year, I don't care. I don't care. How can your skill set benefit the process of my progress? Now, if a woman come and say, I make 750,000 a year, I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute, shawty. Let's see how we can take some of your money and invest into this process of progress and grow it. Yeah, there is a certain amount of money a woman can make where her financial input has value, but it ain't $100,000. And very few women make six figures. The ones who do, they're like right at six figures, somewhere between 100 and 150,000. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, that's just not enough for me to move the needle in the way I do things and consider her financial contribution important. It's just not important to me. You know what I'm saying? It don't even have to be 750, but maybe 400, 500,000. Yes. Then now we can sit down and talk money. But I meet women, man, who make 60, 70, $80,000, man. That's okay. That's okay for her. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't nothing that's gonna move the needle for me. I'd rather downsize my life, man, than have to live a life where I need a woman to contribute to my lifestyle. If you want a woman to contribute to your lifestyle, let her contribute. But don't put yourself in a situation where you need her financial contribution. Because if she's not contributing to the process of your progress, then she's going to view you as a simp. Worst thing you can have is for a woman to view you as a roommate. A roommate friends with benefits. You can't have that. She got to view you as a boss. She has to view you as a boss. And if you can't put yourself in a situation where a woman view you as a boss, you don't need no woman, bruh. The problem is too many men worrying about having a woman because you're empty inside. You feel like a woman's going to help you grow. This whole thing about, well, the right woman will help a man reach his full potential. Hey, man, let me tell you something. And this is real talk. Find me the man of God who ever needed a woman to help him reach his full potential. Go through the biblical text. From Genesis to Malachi. Find me the man who couldn't do what he was going to do, man, without his broad. Find me. Find him. You're not going to find him. You're not going to find him. Now, of course, you couldn't have your sons without your bro. Yeah, but that's okay. Okay, we'll give her that. You know what I'm saying? Without your woman, you ain't going to have no children. Okay, that's it. So your sons, yes. Your heirs, yes. But anything else, I'm talking about becoming the most alpha version of yourself. It's just the fact that if she's going to be around, you got to make her contribute. What's the purpose of having a woman around who ain't contributing? She ain't that pretty. She ain't that sexy. Her loving ain't that good. She can't cook that well. She can't clean that well. See, what you may have to understand is if your energy isn't masculine and dominant, she will always be drawn to a man whose energy is that. So that's why you see, and it's just not about women. Becoming the most alpha version of yourself is not just about women, but it permeates every aspect of your life, every aspect of your existence. And women are part of that. Women are part of that. And so it always comes back to you being the most alpha version of yourself. You being the most masculine man you can. That is your job. That's the best way to get the best result in every facet of life, is to be the most alpha version of yourself. Now, a woman will be with you if you're a simp. She will keep you around because you pedestalize her. But eventually, that treatment becomes bothersome. Because what you have to understand, the majority of women have self-esteem issues. So a woman with self-esteem issues automatically knows she's not that great. And so after a while, you just start to seem like a panderer. You start to seem like a sucker. You start to seem like a chump. You start to seem like a lame. And what she wants is a man who tell her, hey, Shaw, don't come around me if your hair ain't done. That's what I tell her, bro. Hey, Shaw, you can't come around. If your hair ain't done, don't come around me. What you mean? But you ain't had no pedicure, don't come around me. Show them out. And it's simple. It ain't nothing. Because here's the thing, man. She don't want to go nowhere else with her hair undone or without no pedicure. She don't want to go nowhere else if she ain't up to par. Now, granted, if you got a woman at home, man, if you got a wife, man, of course, sometime, man, you're going to see your wife, man, every now and then. But it should be every blue moon. Every blue moon. Because the woman who should make sure she's on top of her game the most is a woman who got a man at home with her every day. See, that's the problem that you don't understand. The majority of women don't want to put in that type of work that it takes for you to put them in a position, but you beta male simp manginas are putting them in a position anyway. Not one woman have I found in 1,000, but one man I have found. Sony autofocus, man. Sony autofocus. The world is too competitive and cutthroat to be a nice guy. Nice guys never win because there are no nice guy sports. There are no nice guy competitions. There is no nicest man in the world competition, brothers. David with a Y. Appreciate the $40 super chat. Hope all is well, brother. Keep dropping them gems. Salute to you, Dave. I appreciate you, man. Good to see you in the joint. It's been a minute, man. Good to see you. And that's the thing, man. A woman should really be trying to make sure that she is at her best for you at all times. And it's up to you to make sure that she does that. It's up to you. Real talk. Now, let's keep talking, man. Let's keep talking. We gonna take a deep dive tonight, man. Y'all know I normally don't hang out too long like this, man. I normally don't do it like this, but we're going to do it tonight, man. We're going to do it tonight. We may try to go a couple of hours. Ooh, POA, going a couple of hours, man. What's up with Doc? Just in here trying to spit the real, homies. That's all. Now, let's talk about some of the things you need to do in order to be the most alpha version of yourself. Because in order to overcome the beta male energy, you have to understand the things that you're not doing. You have to understand the things you're not doing. And then you have to replace those with things you should be doing. For example, you got to stand on principles. You got to stand on principles. But you got to stand on principles that represent who you truly are. When I talk about pimp principles, that just represents who I truly am. And a woman ain't gonna be in my life if she ain't contributing. I don't care how bad she is. I'll take a 5 man that's doing everything in her power to contribute to the process of my progress than a dime who's sitting around looking cute, man, waiting to see how she could benefit from it. For me, that's the most important thing. Dedicating herself to the process of my progress. That trumps everything. That trumps looks. That trumps wisdom. Or education. That trumps everything. I take a mean broad that contribute to the process of my progress before I take a sweet broad that don't. That trumps everything for me. And so for me, dealing with a woman, it's got to be based on pimp principles. It is based on pimp principles. So you got to stand on principles that are true to who you are. You understand what I'm saying? I don't deal with cats, man, that if we don't have like minds. Hey, man, everybody can have their opinion, but have your opinion over there if it differs from mine. We can chop it up, we can talk, but we ain't finna hang. Everybody in my circle has a like mind. We are like-minded individuals. Now, do we agree on 100% of the things? No, because there are circumstances and situations and conditions and environments that we grew up in that affect who we are as individuals. But when it comes to in the gist of everything, we have common ideas. And if you don't have that, then we ain't finna kick it. We ain't finna do nothing. We ain't finna hang. We ain't finna be cool. We ain't finna be nothing. And it ain't no problem. It ain't no knock on nobody. It ain't no attack on nobody. But I ain't got to be cool with you. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got to be cool with you. Another thing. Stand on your own laurels. Stand on your own laurels. Instead of tearing other men down for clout, or ride another man's coattails. You can ride coattails if you want to, but alpha kings don't do it. And really, there's really nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how people get that. I mean, that's just how this world functions. I'm not even knocking it. I'm just saying the alpha kings don't do it. See, we're not alpha males in the alpha sphere. We are alpha kings. We're alpha kings. We carry ourselves with a certain level of respect, distinction. We are distinguished men. We are men who believe in elevating ourselves spiritually. We are men who function in the realm of high moral fiber. We are men who don't cut corners to go along to get along. And in this realm, in this sphere, we stand on our own laurels. That's just what we do. That's what you have to do. You have to present yourself to the world in the way that you are. Not the way that people want you to be. Not the way that you hope people perceive you. Because you don't worry about people's perception of you. All you can do is be you, and people just got to take it. And however they feel about it, cool. But they just got to take it. Ain't nothing they can do about it. They can deal with you or not. And in that same vein, never support someone else's idea that you don't truly believe. Like, why in the hell are you supporting an idea that you don't truly believe? A lot of men just support the popular concept, the popular idea. It ain't even got to make no damn sense. Dudes just support it. You can say anything. You say something, it blows up. All of a sudden, everybody says the same thing. That's not what alpha kings do. That's beta male activity. You can't support someone else's idea that you don't truly, fully believe in. You can't. You're disrespecting yourself when you do that. And you can't accept unwarranted disrespect from yourself or anyone else. There are leaders, like the homie Flim say, there are leaders and there are followers. We lead in the alpha sphere. By word and deed, we lead. We don't play that sheeple game. We are going to speak on what we speak on, and we are going to live based on what we speak on. And anybody who doesn't like it, guess what? You can not be a part of the alpha sphere. The alpha sphere is an international organization. It's an international organization of men who have always been above their peers, who have always had a higher moral fiber than their peers, who have always had a stronger connection with the Most High than their peers, who have always viewed women as beneath them. There are men all over the world who are part of the alpha sphere. And there are many men who aren't and won't ever be. Because if you ain't made like this, and man, you can't get weighed like this. This scale don't work for you. Another thing, man. If you don't like your life, fix it. Stop blaming other people for the problems in your life. The worst thing in the world, let me tell y'all the worst thing in the world that I ever hear. You know that black American men are the only men on the planet who blame the women for what's going on in their community? You know how weak it is for a group of men to say all the problems we have in this society are because of our women. You know what that's saying? That's saying that our women are so strong and we are so weak that we must follow them and we must allow them to abuse us and we must allow them to treat us any kind of way because we are such weak men. And then we turn around and say we're going to compete. With who? If your woman run you, you can't compete with other men because those men ain't complaining about their women messing up the world for them. You can't say women ain't got no power then blame them for messing up your society. That is why black American men are the laughing stock of other men around the world. You go to other cultures, man, where they're melanated men, they laugh at black American men. Because you're weak. Oh, I can't do nothing. The woman always doing something to me. The woman always in my way. The woman always doing it. The woman always calling the police. The woman always going to get me. The woman always... Man, that's weak. And I disassociate myself from any man who ever speaks that way. If you ever speak and say that in this huge country, with all this power that's available, that the problems you have in your life, in your world, in your community are caused because your woman has oppressed you. Your woman has abused you. Your woman has used you. Man, you are a punk. That's just the bottom line, man. Because what the women do don't even matter like that. What women do don't matter like that, man. In Alphasphere, we believe that everything you deal with can be traced back to a decision you have. If you pay child support, okay, who got the woman pregnant? Who got her pregnant? You didn't think she was the type of woman that wouldn't put you on child support. You didn't think she wasn't. She didn't fool you into believing that she was this wholesome woman who would never do such a thing. You know what type of broad she was. You got her pregnant. You laid down and had sex with that woman. If you've been through a divorce, you went down to the aisle and said, I do, Mr. Preacher Man, I do. I do love this woman, Mr. Preacher Man. You did it. Anything else? Let's say you've been to prison for hustling, for selling drugs or something like that, man. You've been to prison for that. Okay, we know that the influx of cocaine and crack in the inner city, man. We know that was done intentionally, but you can't blame the woman for that. That's the system. And here's the thing about that. It's 2021. If you're still going to jail right now for selling drugs, homie, for moving work, you're a fool. You're a fool. That game been dead 20 years, homie. It's been dead 20 years. Well, it started dying 20 years ago. Been for sure dead 15. See, here's the thing, man. We never stand behind whole stakes. We don't stand behind whole stakes. And if you are sitting telling yourself that your women are the problem in your community, then you're not a man. You're a child. Some of these men still going back, man, blaming their mother for the way they are as men. At some point, you have to own who you are. At some point, you have to own what you do. At some point, you have to own how you live. At some point, you have to trace everything that's going on in your life back to a decision you made. And right now, if you're an adult man and you're still having issues from your relationship with your mother as a child, then you made the decision to allow that to weigh you down this way. You got to get over that. Because anything that affected you as a child, your childhood is gone. Take the obstacles, take the good and the bad, and just accept the fact that it made you who you are today. Not a worse man, a better man. Because anything you made it through made you stronger. Take the strength you got from that, take the strength and put it behind you. You use the strength you got from an experience to put that experience behind you. When you overcome the experience, you're stronger than it. So it shouldn't still be holding you back. You must lead your woman at all times. And if one doesn't want to follow your lead, cut your losses immediately. So we can't be in an environment where we say, okay, men are the leaders. Men are the head, women are the tail, men are above women. You can't say that and then turn around and say that your community is destroyed because your women have destroyed it. It just doesn't make sense, man. Doesn't make sense. Got a couple super chats here, man. Let me catch them. Spiritual OG, salute, man. Appreciate the $25 super chat. One love, my brother, and just passing the plate around. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate it. The Black Wolverine, appreciate the $5 super chat. This is why I could never roll with the MGTOW movie. Most of them like accountability and Simps. They got their hearts broken. Kenneth Pruitt, welcome to the family, homie. Lad Dior, appreciate the $5 super chat, dropping my tuition. Salute David with a Y, appreciate the $2 super chat. Gotta take care of your own life. Real talk. Blade Runner, appreciate $10 super chat. Every man falls down. It's the man that adapts and overcomes will rise again and again. Exactly. You have to adapt and overcome. Well put, brother. You have to adapt and overcome. You simply have to. And we live in a society where men are always looking for someone to blame. See, lack of accountability is a female trait. And so men who possess that trait are feminine. You can't be masculine and possess that trait. You can't be a man and function with a lack of accountability. It's just not a masculine thing to do. And here's the thing. The problem is men are too busy being controlled by their wood. Control your wood with your mind, not the other way around. You understand what I'm saying? Control your wood with your mind, not the other way around. Don't let your wood control your mind. Don't let your wood tell your mind, I know better than you. We're going to go do this regardless of what you think, mind. We want this. We want this loving, mind. You're trying to hold us back, mind. You don't run nothing, mind. You can't do that, man. Because that puts you in a situation where women have power over you. If you can't control your lust, then you can't control a woman. If you can't control your lust, you can't control yourself. If you can't control yourself, you sure can't control a woman. And women need to be controlled. That's just the reality of it. Anything women are successful at is controlled and structured. Everything. Find me something that a woman is successful at is controlled and structured. Athletics, controlled and structured. Education, controlled and structured. Find me something that don't take control and structure, and women can't do it. That doesn't require control and structure. Women don't do it. Something you could just learn on the fly, women can't do it. Hunting, fishing, women just aren't really good at that. They have to be taught from little kids to be able to do that. You can take a man out, man. Listen, you can take a man out fishing, man. Take him out there one time, man. Let him know what's up, man. Bam, he own it. Now, in the South, it's different. Everybody's taught from a child how to do those things. But I mean, you take an adult man, adult woman out somewhere, man, women just, that they're different when it comes to how they perceive information, how they receive information, and how they retain information. And now, don't get me wrong, man. We are not concerned about what men do. What men outside of the atmosphere do, we don't really care. We're a different breed of men. And so we don't worry about what other men do unless it affects our health, wealth, or family. And that's the way we always have to be. Don't worry about what other men do unless it affects your wealth, health, or family. It doesn't. Or if it affects young boys, if somebody's feeding terrible information to young boys, man, we have a responsibility to guard the youngsters from this beta male simp mangina energy that's out here, man. We have that. And if you have here's another thing, man. Anything you complain about being an issue or an obstacle in your life, offer and enact solutions, or shut your damn mouth and stop crying. If you can't offer a solution to an issue, stop crying about it. You're just whining and complaining without any intent on trying to fix the situation. And that's not how we get down, man. You have to be able to control yourself, man. You have to be able to control yourself. Your first goal as a man is to be able to control yourself, to be able to control your emotions, to be able to control your lust, to be able to control yourself. If you can control your emotions and your lust, the sky's the limit for you, brothers. The sky is the limit for you. If you can control your emotions and your lust, the sky is this. And you know what, brother? We're in the alpha sphere. The sky is not our limit. It is our destination. We don't have a limit. We're going to the sky so we can see what's beyond. We're not stopping at the sky. We just don't do that. That makes no sense. And here's the problem with a lot of these guys, man. And again, like I said, this is not an attack on anyone, man. This is just us coming to an understanding of what makes us so different from everyone else. What separates us from everyone else. You understand what I'm saying? Here's the thing. A lot of these guys only know heartache and abuse. That's all they know from bras, man. All they know is heartache and abuse. And so when they think about women, when they think about interacting with women, they either get sad or angry. And that's why all this angry energy is coming. All this sadness is coming. And the bottom line is, all of these things happen because you were a simp. You were a beta male simp mangina with the women in your past. And you got a beta male simp mangina reaction. Beta male simp mangina consequences and repercussions. So that heartache you feel, it was brought on by you being a simp. Shouldn't have never been in a position to get your heart broken. That abuse you suffered. Should never been in a position for a broad to even do that to you. But you were a beta male simp mangina. And the first thing you have to understand is everything you look at women and hate them for, and everything that you hold a grudge against them for, is something that you allowed to happen because you were a simp. And now moving forward, you just gotta understand that you can't be that type of man. You can't. So we hear a lot of things like, she's not yours, it's just your turn. Bro, I don't even get that. To me, that's just simp talk. That's just simp talk. That comes from guys who have never gotten anything from women. All they've done is give. All they've done is give, and all women have done is take from them. So when you hear a man say, well, it's not yours, she's not yours, it's just your turn, that don't make no sense, man. That really don't make no sense. If she does everything I want her to do whenever I want her to do it, hey man, that's enough to make her mine. Now, hell, she may be mine temporarily because I may not want her. These guys are sold on the fact that you could be a beta male, simp mangina, lovey-dovey type dude, and a woman is going to be okay with that. She's not. It is just going to be your turn. Because you guys have thought that you were this, I'm a nice guy and I'm considerate, and sometimes I put my apron on and I clean up and I do all this and I do the laundry, and yesterday I washed her dirty drawers and all that, man, and and I go down, man, and I pop the hair bump, on a hot pocket. I do all of these things, man, and I clip her toenails, man. I do a lot of things, man, and she still left me. Yeah, she left you because all that stuff you talking about was simp talk. You're a simp. You don't do all that for no broad. See, guys don't want to accept that there are men who women belong to because she was never yours. It was just your turn. There's a man that woman can't ever get enough of. It just wasn't you. There's a man that woman gonna always go back to. He can always get that woman to come through. Even if you marry her, she'll still think about that man. That man just ain't you. So yes, if your experience has always been that you've been dealing with women who didn't respect you, didn't like you, didn't really want you, yes, it was your turn. It was your turn. You're correct. I get it. I understand. It was your turn. But that don't apply to everybody. That don't apply to the alpha kings among us. It just don't. Unless you're looking for this wholesome, perfect woman, like a fairy tale watching guy, then man, you guys are just weak. That's all it is. And that's why guys, and listen, I'm not even knocking guys for this because I believe every man should have the alpha male submission experience. But a lot of guys go out of the country to get that alpha male submission experience. They want it. Every man wants to. I feel every man should experience that. Even if you got to go out of the country and get it however you get it, if you got to break a little bread, however you need to get it, however you need to. If you can't get it the natural way, you got to get it however you can, because every man needs to have the alpha male submission experience. Every man needs to have a woman, man, who submit to him, man, and do whatever you tell her to do and love his dirty draws, man, and who cries if she feel like she's disappointed, man. The woman who wants to do everything in her power to not disappoint you. You got to have that in your life, and if you haven't had it before, then you don't understand the proper interaction between man and woman. And I'm telling you, if you haven't had it, then you haven't had any real femininity in your life. And it's a sad situation, man, because every man should experience that at least once. The Swarthy Wizard. Appreciate the sponsorship, my brother. Mr. Nice Guy just unsubscribed from me. Man, he did. He subscribed and unsubscribed again, man. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate the sponsorship of the show, man. This is just the reality of the scenarios, man, that we have to think about. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to accept that there are men who women belong to because she was never yours. And I suggest that if you haven't gotten the alpha male submission experience, hey, man, take a trip out the country. Go get that. Go get that. If you got to go out of the country to get the experience from women that we get from American women, because I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I mean, I get the submission experience. I get the alpha male submission experience, man. I get that. I get that. So I don't know, you know, hey, man. I guess I'm just blessed, man. I'm just blessed. That's all. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm cool. I'm cool with being blessed, man. Chief stand still. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Chief say Proverbs 11:14. Where no counsel is, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. We appreciate the counsel, Dr. BOA. Salute to you, brother. Good quote. Chief always coming with the word, man. Chief is always coming with the word. Salute to you, bro. Now, let me tell you something. Here's a major problem that I'm seeing out here. Guys are enhancing their life in a way that impresses women. Guys are enhancing their lives so they can get women. Literally. See, you don't enhance your life in ways that benefit you most. You enhance them in ways that impress women the most. Men are going hard to get women's attention. Men are going hard to gain women's respect. And if that's a society we live in where you got to do all of that, forget those women you got to do that for, man. Because nothing they possess is worth that effort and energy. And you got to always remember that. If you're going to put forth that type of effort and energy, man, just to get laid, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, man. When you get laid, she probably finna get paid because you sound like a trick. That's what you sound like to me, man. So you got to keep in mind that your beta male character traits don't make you a better choice for women. Women don't even view you as a better choice. Your beta male character traits don't make you a better choice as a business partner. No man that's in business views you that way. Getting out of that beta male mindset and embracing your masculinity is the number one thing that you must do in your life. That is the way that you build yourself into the most alpha version of yourself. You have to understand that being beta is not a good thing. It's not good. It's bad. It's terrible. It's the most damaging thing you could be as a man, a beta male simp mangina. It doesn't make sense. Jamal, appreciate the $15 super chat, homie. Aaron Murphy, appreciate the dub. Real Talk 100, salute to you, bro. See, when you believe that a man should be chivalrous and otherwise accommodating to women, you end up getting bad results. And you turn around and blame the men who, quote unquote, dog women out for making it hard for you to get laid. Come on, bro. Nah, dominating a woman ain't dogging her out. Your problem is you believe that if you cater to a woman enough, then that's going to make her like you. You believe that catering to a woman turns her on. You watch too many romance movies, man. Here's the thing. Yes, a woman wants a romantic dinner. She wants all of that. But she wants it from the man who dominates her. She doesn't want it from a simp. It's not the same when you're the man who caters to the woman and you know, I give you the sun, the rain. It's not the same. You do it because you cater to the woman and that's your life. I do it because the woman has earned it. And she's proud that she's earned it. And she knows I'm proud of her that she's earned it. And that night for us is going to end in a magnificent way. It's going to end with some Hey man, let me tell you something. Woo, there's gonna be some messed up sheets, man. You dig what I'm saying? It's gonna be some messed up sheets. But you do it, and then the woman wanna go see somebody else when she get through having dinner with you. Cause you gotta understand, women don't like nice guys. They like friends who are nice. They're not aroused by nice guys. Even a woman who's gone through hell with a man is still not going to be aroused by a nice guy. Yes, she will use you until you can't be used no more and take all your kindness to build herself back up after she's been through something with a dude, but you ain't going to never turn on. And here's the problem with a lot of men. You're too much of a hater. You hate alpha. Man, these guys hate the word alpha. These, man, you see how fast they ran? Man, listen, let me tell you something, man. I literally heard guys. I literally heard a guy say that the term that high value has replaced alpha. I literally heard a guy say that. I heard a guy ask Kevin that. Is so does high value replace alpha? Nothing can replace alpha. Alpha is the upper echelon. There is nothing higher than the Alpha King. The only thing higher than Alpha King is God himself. There is no man on the planet who's higher than the Alpha King. The Alpha King is the upper echelon. It's the upper echelon. Because it takes the finances and all the other stuff. The righteousness, the masculinity, the willingness to lead, the pimp principles. It takes everything into consideration. So high value is just an aspect of being an alpha king. But it takes more than that to be an alpha king. You can't just have the paper and be an alpha king. Yes, you can have money and be high value, but you can't have money and be an alpha. It takes more than money to be an alpha king. So we are the upper echelon of manhood and masculinity. It don't get no higher than us. To get higher than us, you got to die and meet the maker, homie. So that's why you don't ever hear me talk about anything anti-high value. It is a part of. It is a part of. One component of what makes an alpha king. Honor, discipline, the bottom line is this, brothers. Guys hate the word alpha so much that they want it to be replaced. They don't even want the term to be used anymore. You got guys saying, well, Sigma is better than Alpha, or Omega is better than Alpha, or man, let me tell you something. God separates us from you. Our relationship with God. Our relationship with God is what we base our true essence on. That's what sets us apart from everyone else. Yes, guys can do a bunch of things. Guys can have success. Guys can have women. Guys can have cars, clothes, jewelry, all of that. But when it boils down to the essence of manhood and masculinity, lack of godliness will be the downfall of every man who doesn't possess it. Because those chickens always come home to roost. You can live a life however you want to live it. But if you are sitting around here filling your belly up with swine and working through the Sabbath and eating all this seafood and these creatures from the ocean, and sleeping with these other men's wives and mixing bodies and energies with these scallywags and drinking until you're drunk, you're going to have issues in your life. Issues that we are able to circumvent because we put God first in everything we do. And this is just the reality of it. Guys believe that alpha males, alpha kings rather, have some unfair advantage. It's not an unfair advantage. It's the same advantage you can have. If you pull yourself out of the world and apply the principles and precepts of the Most High to your life, you'll have that same advantage. A lot of guys can't grasp the concept of self-pedestalization because as a worldly man, you have to view yourself as equal to other men. As a godly man, you can view yourself as elevated above the level of the common man. In all righteousness and humbleness, you can elevate yourself above the common man. And that is what we do. And rightfully so. This is the reality of what we have to do, man. And the truth is, it's going to be us against the world. It's always been men of God against the world. It doesn't stop now. It's us against the world. And we're going to keep building the way we need to build. We're going to keep growing the way we need to grow. And we're going to keep uplifting the principles and precepts of the Most High. And that's the truth of it. You must place demands on women the same way you place demands on yourself. We honor those demands. We honor those demands that we place on ourselves. And we must demand that the women in our lives honor those demands as well, or else they are not deserving of a position in our lives. I want you men to embrace your masculinity. Embrace your alpha energy. Be proud to be an alpha king. Be proud that you can look out into the world and see that you have elevated yourself above the common man because you have chose to stay out of the devilment of the world. I live a life that's pleasing to the Most High. And what comes with that? A lot of men have money. I got a little paper. You got a little paper. A lot of men got money. A lot of men got women. I got a few bras. You got a few bras. Bunch of men got women. A lot of men have popularity, notoriety. I got a little popularity. I'm pretty famous. A lot of men are famous. But what we have in the alpha sphere that those men don't have is peace of mind. And all those other things cannot balance the scale when you put peace of mind on one side and all of those things on the other side. The scale won't move. Peace of mind is heavy. And not having peace of mind is a heavy load. It really is, brothers. Here's the thing. I want you men to understand one thing. It is your right. It is your birthright to claim your position as a son of God. Many men won't, but we will. And we do. And if they don't, so the hell what? Who cares? We ain't begging nobody and we ain't converting nobody. We just put it out there and leave it alone. So we're going to get ready to head on out of here, man. Flims, I appreciate you being in the joint, man. I think I saw, did I see SJ in here, man? I don't know if I saw Harlem World Breaking here. I know I see the homie Flims in here. I appreciate everybody. Swarthy, man, I appreciate you coming through with the sponsorship of the show again, brothers. Rudy, I see you in here, man. Everyone else who came in, man, I appreciate y'all, brothers. Hold up. Camera done froze, man. That boy done froze. Oh, let's see if we can get it back. Everyone else, man, I appreciate y'all being in the joint. It's been real in the field, man. I appreciate it. I really do, homies. I really do appreciate it. And man, we'll be back tomorrow, man, with some King Ray Rayism. This will be the last show of the week for the BOA channel, but we will be back with some King Ray Rayism. We will do that thing, because that's just what we do. We'll build ourselves into the most alpha version of ourselves. And I don't know what just happened, man. My cam gone. All right, we back. So y'all protect your energy, man. Like the brother Flim said, man. Y'all put God first. Keep grinding and growing, my brothers. And I will see y'all tomorrow on the King Ray Ray Show. Peace. Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. You know, all we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
See, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-upness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-upness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things, because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions, not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers